What's going on, you guys? Mr. Money1235 here yet again for the last album review. I've already reviewed Living Things. I'm going to link it down there below if you want to check out the review for Living Things. But this is my last one for this discography review here. So, 1,000 Suns. Now this album came with a whole lot of controversy when it was released. A ton of people really did not enjoy the experimentation that was going on in this album. My old friend Album Review TV, John from Album Review TV, he fucking hated this album, and I still think he hates it to this day, apart from a few key tracks. But I am one of those in the minority that thought this thing was fucking awesome. John was the first one to hear this album before me, and when he told me how much it sucked, I got a little bit worried because I wanted to really listen to this thing, but as soon as I listened to it, I find it to be really enjoyable, adventurous. The songs are really catchy. I really like the interludes between the songs. I mean, it makes this album into like an opera slash journey type almost. The music is really cool on this thing. I really love how hard some of the tracks are. I really love how soft some of the tracks are. This thing is just really experimental. It's just really fun to listen to the whole way through. It's one of those albums. I would recommend you listen to it from beginning to end. Maybe take out The Messenger, because in my original review for that album, this song is so awful that I could probably just scream a bunch of bullshit and it'd be better than this motherfucking song. This song sucks so hard. Oh my god. It's like, okay guys, the album is done. We got 14 songs, it's gonna be awesome. And then the producer just came into the room and was like, oh, well, Herdy, we gotta get 15 songs on her. Y'all need to do one more soon. And so the guitarist just came back and was like, oh, I'm just gonna play some random fucking chords. Chester, you just start screaming out a bunch of bullshit. And we're gonna call it track number 15 and give it some quick fucking name. I'm gonna, you know what? Ugh, it's so annoying. I'm going to play you The Messenger. I can do it. I swear I can do it. Just hang on one second. This song is The Messenger. Played you half the song, okay? Like, I wish I was kidding, okay? Like, okay, well, that's not exactly it, but it is close. It is sadly fairly close. Get the album. It gets a strong 8 out of 10 for me. 2 points off for that mindfuck of a song at the end. And honestly, I still feel that way today about this song. It is definitely one of the worst Linkin Park songs ever written, in my opinion. I really think it's annoying. It feels so weird at the end of this album. It was so perfect, and then they had to go and ruin it with the next song. I mean, I don't know. I don't like this song, I'm sorry. The songs The Requiem and The Radiance are just intro tracks to this thing that start off the main song, Burning in the Skies. I absolutely love the chorus to this song. It starts off the album on a really emotional note. I really love what they did on here. I really love the guitar solo near the end of the track. I mean, it's just a really cool song. I mean, I love how it starts off this album on like a slower, somber note, but they still made it interesting and cool. Then the song Empty Space is another interlude track that leads into the next song on this album, When They Come For Me. And this one here is definitely one of the hardest songs on the album. I absolutely love the lyrics on it. I love how this track goes. It has a really cool flow to it. I really love the rapping on it. I mean, this song is just so fucking badass. It's just so cool. I love the music going on in this thing. It's really interesting to listen to, and honestly, it's kind of hard for me to describe. I don't know why, but I haven't heard this album in a little while, but this review is definitely making me want to listen to this again. The next song, Robot Boy, is a really cool piano intro that I actually kind of learned how to play on keyboards. And it's really emotional. I really love the drumming on this thing. I really love how the track flows. I mean, like, there's not really a whole lot of a verse-chorus change-up on this track. It kind of stays consistent, but the repetition, for some reason, stays interesting the entire way through this track. I absolutely love it. I think it's one of the best slow songs from Linkin Park. Then there's another interlude track that goes into Waiting for the End, which was the main single from this album. Awesome fucking single, awesome fucking song. It gets stuck in my head a whole lot throughout the day. I love this single. I mean, like, I know a whole lot of people who watch my Minutes to Midnight review would probably be all like, oh, you don't like slow singles, why do you like this song? Honestly, I can't explain it to you. I just love the experimentation that goes on in this track. I love how the track kind of flows. I love the melody. It's just a great song, and I think it was a perfect choice of a single from this album. The song Blackout is really cool. It has a really hard rap verse in there, and a really cool part from Chester on here. The screaming come back a little bit more, and I really love the melody of the keyboard in the background throughout the entire song. It just sounds really cool. You just have to listen to it for yourself. Then the song Wisdom, Justice, and Love is another interlude track that goes into the song on the album Indiscretion, which was, I think, a part of a Transformers movie or some shit. I don't know. I hate the Transformers movies. But I love this song. It's another one of the really good slow songs from Linkin Park. It has some really good lyrics to it. It's definitely not one of my favorite Linkin Park songs, and definitely not one of my favorite from this album, but I think the flow of this album, I think it mixes in really good where it's at on here. And then the interlude song, The Fallout, fades into the last song on this album, The Catalyst. In my mind, it's the last song on this album, and The Catalyst was the very first single from this album, while Waiting for the End was the second. And I absolutely love this song. I really love the electronic backing beat to this thing. I mean, this song is just so fucking badass. And I really love it near the end where it kind of goes down tempo and the chords are held out. It just sounds so epic. Epic is the best word to describe it. All the way to the end of the track, it just feels so big and powerful. Absolutely love this song, and I think it was a great single from Linkin Park. And then we have The Messenger, which sucks. Okay, there you go. All in all, minus the very last song on this album, 1,000 Suns is one of my favorite albums from Linkin Park, and I do not care what people think of that. The music is really good on this thing, and I really enjoy it. I mean, it goes up there with one of my favorite albums, Meteora and Living Things, which you should go check out below, the review for that album. Stay tuned, I got some new stuff in mind. Mr. Money 1235. See you later.